Let's take you to this story now. Nothing brings people together like a generous spread of delicious food. From family to friends, Mmule Setati is aware of her people, in this case, her tribe. Inspired by her maternal grandmother, she developed a passion for food and used it as the clearest way to demonstrate the love she felt for her tribe. She's an author, entrepreneur, and a rising food influencer. Mmule Setati joins me now to discuss the book and what inspires her, etc. Thank you very much for your time. So, Feed My Tribe.
Yeah.
You know, what is it about? Does it also extend to me buying it and then I can feed my tribe?
100%. So Feed My Tribe is an expression of my love. My love language is cooking, and my tribe initially, I think, when I saw a tribe for the first time was with my grandmother when she was cooking for people. And then my tribe became my kids, and then it grew and became my tribe online, all my Instagram followers. So, yeah.
So, you know, tell me something. I think cooking is something that a person should, first of all, enjoy.
Yeah.
So that love goes through from your heart into the food,
100%,
right?
yeah. So I host cooking classes. I always teach people, like, if you don't enjoy cooking, it's going to be very difficult for you to express yourself through cooking. So find something that's easy. Make a boiled egg, make a scrambled egg. Don't try and complicate the process. Do it with love, and then it will naturally follow through with the food that you make. So I always cook with love. I always make sure that what I put on the table is made from scratch with love. Yeah.
I'm so glad you also talk about your Instagram followers, so that because that means your tribe is bigger than just your family and friends, right?
Yeah.
You're extending to those who probably might not be such good cooks or not have ideas of what to cook. So what kind of ideas do you have in the book?
Lots of ideas. So I remember when I wrote the book, it took me 2 years to write this book. So in the process of writing the book was during lockdown, and a lot of the feedback I got was, "Oh, you've saved my marriage." So if you think about that, that's my tribe, a tribe of women, a tribe of men who are trying to, you know, do better in the kitchen, essentially. And the recipes that I have, like I have a date night chapter, which is recipes based on food that you can make for you and your partner indoors. I've got easy meals for moms, 30-minute meals, which are quick and easy for moms who are working and don't have time to be in the kitchen, you know. So it's a lot of nostalgic food is there, but it's a lot of new recipes. It's salads, it's fresh new recipes that reflect our lifestyles today.
Yeah. I like that you mentioned men as well, because a lot of people, when you think about when you talk about cooking, the idea is women barefoot kitchen.
In the kitchen. So even if you look at my cookbook cover, which is so funny, I said, I don't want to be barefoot in the kitchen holding a pot with an apron. That's not a reflection of who I am or who women today are. It's literally a modern day woman with makeup, looking good in the kitchen. You know, and when you're hosting a tribe of people and you want to be part of it. So men are part of that tribe, and a lot of them do participate in the little like cooking classes that I have. And the meals that I have on my page. So the men are also part of the tribe, actually.
And I hope that the men who do enjoy cooking embrace that and don't look at what will society say as a man, I'm the one cooking for my wife.
Never.
You know what I mean? If you enjoy it, do it.
Do it, yes.
But talk to me about, you know, the ingredients in your recipe, especially in South Africa. You say it took 2 years for you to write the book, and now you're releasing it at a time when the economy feels like it's crashing down on us,
100%.
right? So do you have recipes that even you know, the most simple of households can afford?
100%. So I've got really simple recipes, and what I try and do, like in the beginning of the book, I give you basics. So basic spices to get that will accommodate all the meals that I make. So I make sure I cover the basics. I'm like, if you have the 5 spices, you won't need to buy them for the next 5 months, right? And I cover that. I've got a simple scrambled egg. You know, something as simple as that, but you modernize it and make it taste good and make it look good. And then I've got like beef trotters or pork trotters, which we grew up on, just adding a little bit more spice. So it's cheap cut meats, but making sure that you modernize the way in which we cook it.
And I mean, you know, you triggered something with me. You say your influence was your maternal grandmother.
Yeah.
Same with me, same with a lot of us, right?
Yeah.
So my maternal grandmother is my influence, and I cooked, I'll just say it in Setswana for now, you know, masapo a lamb.
Oh, the best.
Right, you know. So you cook it for someone, and the people that I cook for didn't understand
why
would you cook something that doesn't have much meat.
I know.
But that reminds me of a time in my life where we were considered poor at home. But actually, it just takes me back there, and I realized I was actually happy when I was
100%.
smaller.
So in the book, actually, you're right. Like, my grandmother she wasn't a CEO. She was working a normal job, you know, making months end salary, And every time she made a meal, even if it was bones, bones and soup, you'd sit there and you're like, this is the best like food I've ever tasted. And then you look in hindsight, you're like, wow, I was literally having bones for dinner or whatever. But those are the meals, the simplicity of the meal. In your mind, I think it is the love that was put into it that made it feel as if this is the best meal I've ever had. So yeah, I think my maternal grandmother really did bring about all of this because the love that she put in, I never really noticed that we didn't have much. Yeah,
that was me. You know, I was surprised when I dished up and people were like, where's the meat here?
What's going on here?
I'm like, isn't it? It's soup and it's cold today. It's
do you know that bones, when you go to buy them at a shop, are labeled as dog bones?
Really?
They are.
Okay. Mine, at least, the label said lamb bones. I guess they say it's for the dogs because they're thinking there's not much meat.
There's not much meat. Why are humans consuming this?
Yeah. And I think it's quite important that you say that it's about the love, but it's also what you also said a little earlier. It's about how you spice it, because the way my grandmother would make it and the way I make it today, because of what she taught me, is how I put flavor in it, and you feel like there's meat in there when there's actually just bone and veggies.
It's bone and vegetables. You're having bone broth.
Yes, the whole time. So just tell me more about where people can find this book. Is it released already?
Yeah.
How much am I
putting in your pocket? So the book is out. So my platform in which I release videos is mainly on Instagram as Feed My Tribe and on TikTok. So I've got both accounts where I release all my recipes. The cookbook is out at Exclusive Books, Take-A-Lot, all the major bookstores, and you can order online too. So if anyone is outside of South Africa, they can get it on Amazon or on Barnes & Nobles. And then the book is out. So it's been out for a month. It's been a busy month for mommy. And yeah, it's been quite a journey.
All right, so let me just give you the opportunity then, because I also have a huge soft spot for my maternal grandmother.
Okay.
I'm going to give you the opportunity to just thank her for how she contributed to your life to a point where you've become an author today, a person who influences people to eat healthy, etc. And you know, just that opportunity to thank her specifically, and even the people who support
my tribe. I think the biggest influence in my life is my grandmother. She's no more, so wherever she is in heaven, I think she knows Stella, the love of my life. But my influence, I think, and the biggest supporters that I have are my family, my immediate family, my husband, my 2 kids, my boys, who follow me everywhere. So those are the guys who literally taste my recipes. When they flop, they have to be the ones to finish out, you know, all the disasters that I make. But mostly, they are the people who have me. And as a working mom, you know, doing both, writing a book, running a family, running a household, and other jobs on the side has been quite difficult. It hasn't been an easy journey. So just having the tribe, and I think my followers are also a big part of my community. I wouldn't have released the cookbook if it wasn't for them. It's about what would they want? You know, I literally took the book and said, if you are sitting next to me, what would you want to see in the book? And that's the reason for writing it. So I love them so much. I love my tribe so much.
All right, Mmule, thank you very much for coming in.
Thank you.
I'll definitely get myself a copy so that I try some other simpler recipes.
Weird
enough, I'm one of those cooks who can't cook a simple meal. I mess it up all the time.
Really?
I'm that long...
You want a long recipe, like I want a curry.
Yes, that's Thank you so much for coming in. Author and rising food influencer Mmule Setati.